All right, next we're going to jump into how to set up the appointment and what the preview strategy looks like. If you're struggling to get in the door with FSBOs, it's not because they don't want to meet, it's because of how you're positioning the appointment. So this is where most agents mess up, right? They try to go straight for the listing, or worse, they try to trick the seller. They're going to say things like, hey, I have a buyer. Can I come see your house? I don't want you to do that, ever. Because the moment they realize that that's not true, you're going to lose all credibility. And once you lose trust, you're done, okay? So here's the correct way to approach this. You are not setting a listing appointment. You are setting a property tour or a preview appointment. There's a big difference. The goal is not to get them to list today. The goal is to get a face-to-face, because face-to-face changes everything. When you're in person, you can build rapport, you can read them, you can connect, and that is what gives you the advantage, okay? So instead of trying to sell them, you position yourself as a resource. You say something like, hey, I'm not calling to try and list your home today. I know you're trying to sell it on your own, but I work with a lot of buyers in the area, and I also help for sale by owners with strategy if they're trying to do it themselves. I'd love to stop by, take a quick look at the home, and give you some feedback. No pressure at all, okay? That is the tone. Low pressure, helpful, and professional. Now here's the key concept. You are positioning yourself as the backup plan, not the first option, the backup plan, because most for sale by owners are going to try on their own first. That's just the reality. So instead of fighting that, you lean into it. You help them. You support them. You give them some value so that when they fail, and most of them will, you are the obvious choice. This is what's called reverse selling. You're not going to push them. You're going to pull them. You're not chasing the listing. You're positioning yourself for it, okay? Now, let's talk real quick about what you're actually offering them. You're going to offer them a FSBO backup plan. That means if this doesn't work for you, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, here's exactly what I would do differently. Here's how I would market it. Here's how I would get it sold. And you're giving them that up front without pressure. Now, why does this work so well? Well, because of one simple principle. No one likes being sold, but they love being helped. So when every other agent is calling them saying, list with me, list with me, list with me, and you're showing up saying, hey, I'll help you either way, you're going to stand out immediately. Now let's talk real quick about getting the actual appointment. You don't make it a big deal. You keep it simple. You keep it light. You say, hey, I'll swing by, take a quick look, give you some feedback. It'll only take about 15 to 20 minutes, no strings attached. That's it. You're not asking for an hour. You're not pitching a full presentation. You're just getting in the door. And once you're in the door, that's where everything changes. Because now you're not just a voice on the phone. You're a real person. You're building a real connection. Okay? Now, one more thing. You need to understand expectations. You are not going into this appointment expecting that they're going to sign with me today. That is not the mindset. The mindset is, I'm going to meet them. I'm going to build rapport. I'm going to provide value, and I'm going to set myself up to be the agent that they call later, because here's what happens. Weeks go by, they don't get offers, they get frustrated, they get tired, and then they think, who was that agent that came by? The one who actually helped us? The one who wasn't pushy? And that's when your phone rings. Those are called come list me calls. And those are some of the easiest listings you will ever take. So here's your takeaway from this video. Do not try to trick FSBOs. Do not try to force a listing. Do not try to close on the first call. Instead, I want you to position yourself as a resource, set a low-pressure preview appointment, focus on getting face-to-face, and become the backup plan, because when they're ready, you won't have to chase the listing. They'll come to you.